2008 Nissan Quest. So before we get into the long story, first of all, these bolts were just loose. So we got the wheel off. Now today's job is on a water pump, which you have to take the wheel off on these Nissans. They pretty much got the same engine, because you gotta take this off, take the belt off in order to get to the water pump. So pretty sure I might have to take this off, but we'll see. Get back into it. So I got in the middle. Now I'm teaching my oldest the braking system, which this is called the caliper here. It squeezes, we just learned that. This squeezes the brake pad, which is there. This is your braking line here that your fluid comes through. This is called your rotor. Forget what this is called off the top of my head right now. I can't think, but this is a part that you'll need. This is your shocks. So this is what makes the car, the bumps in the car, not so bad. It looks like we need something. This is starting to tear a little bit. And what else we got? I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is the emergency brake. I think this is part of the emergency brake right here. I'm not 100% sure. What, the engine? Okay, so this is your oil filter. This is where when you put oil in the engine, this cleans, make sure your oil stays clean. This is your pulley system, control arm. So that's where we at right now. Outside AJ the Travel. So long story short is we got to do the water pump, and a 2008 Nissan Quest is a pain in the you know what. Basically, as you can see, I took all this stuff out here. Got that already. I meant to do this, but I've been so frustrated with this job that I didn't do step by step. But yeah, so next up is I have to take this off to get this whole thing off. This is the motor mount. So I gotta unscrew these things. 1, 2, 3. One is on the bottom. Disconnect this, unscrew this, take that out, and then I'll have access to, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but that is one. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. So, no, I think it's, oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So that is where the tensioner is to the timing belt, and this one here, I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? Oh no. And there's this one underneath here. You can barely see it, but there you go. You see the black part there. You gotta take that off. You know, that's where the water pump is. So, to be continued. So I'm gonna show you one of the importance of, if you can do it on your own, do it on your own. You see all this oil and stuff here? Like, a lot of mechanics aren't gonna have time for that, or, you know, but to do a very thorough job, they will want to charge you to do what I'm about to do right now, which is pretty simple, which is getting all this oil off, okay? Somewhat of a fire hazard when you got all this oil just sitting there. Don't know why it's here at the moment. Got a lot of work done. So only thing you can do is clean it up and try to see, you know, possibly where it might be coming from. So here we are. Got some reinforcement. We got everything out. Yep. You want to be on it? Making a video now. Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't want to be on the video, but this gentleman has been a lot of help to me right now. A real blessing. But this is where we at so far. Now we got to get the bolts out of the water pump here. So he said I could put them in it. So this gentleman right here, to save my life, He didn't know us from nothing, and he came over here to help us out. He's a very good man right here. He brought us all these tools. All these tools he brought to help us. He's a very good guy. So we're going to continue on to this water pump. So basically pulled this part out, and this part is different from every other part that I have seen on the internet from here. Not sure if it's original, not sure. One more thing, you know, you can see the color from the oil and the coolant mix. This is what it looks like most of the time when your head gasket is blown. But in this case, you know, with the water pump, I'll show you later, it has a coolant and an oil thing on the water pump. So when it goes, sometimes you might believe that it's actually a head gasket, but it's not. It's still the water pump. So basically, we had a problem getting this water pump out, which is very normal. It took me about 3 days to get it out, and it was stuck that bad. The ears broke on it. So screwing it out, broke 2 ears on it, but we used this and this, which is broke now, to get it out. Yeah, so here's what the new one looks like compared to the old one. I don't know if I already mentioned this or not, but this thing here was different from any other one that I seen on the internet, because if you look at this, the ring or the clip or the pin, this one is actually spring loaded. So you try to use a C-clamp to squeeze it, but what you have to do is you have to just mess around with this thing, bring it to the top, and then you should be able to compress it by hand. That's the tensioner. So as you can see, everything's back in. So where we are now is we have the water pump installed. Chain set. And now we're having an issue with the tensioner. The pin for the tensioner snapped off, which they say is a common thing, so it won't release. I've been calling around the scrap yards to see if they have one on hand. That's something that I don't recommend technically, but you know, you see the size of the thing, but that little thing right there, it could cause damage if it's not properly working. So I guess we're gonna have to order one online. This is like day number 6. This has been a real project for this car, so I'll keep you posted. Long story short, the hardest part about this job was getting the water pump to actually come out. It's been almost 2 weeks now, like I mentioned. Now we have to wait on the tensioner to come in the mail. We ordered it from eBay, but I will put a link in the description of the water pump that you would need to do this job. Maybe some other tools you would need to do this job. But yeah, the only problem was the tensioner wouldn't release, the pin popped. So I'm not going to hold this video up for that. It's an easy install. You just got 2 screws, 2 bolts you put in there. When a new one comes, put it in there, pull the pin, that's it, and it puts the tension on your timing belt. This wasn't the best how to do video. I was kind of frustrated throughout the video. I kind of forgot. It's been a while since I did a video like this, so some of the parts was skipped, but I assure you, everything that I watched so far, I seen one video, two guys use 2 screwdrivers to try to wiggle it out from the sides. I seen another guy do the bolts. We did the bolts, ear snap. How we got it out was I took a long metal screwdriver, and so from the top and the bottom, and actually kind of had to kick it out almost, like that's how we popped it out. So I don't know, that was the hardest part out of everything. And having a lot of patience was the hardest part. Still ran out of money, so some people helped us out. Church helped us out. If I can get the name of the church, then I'll share it with you. But yeah, I mean, it's just been, you know, it's just kind of been one of my nightmares here, you know, being, you know, I travel a lot, being stuck somewhere where you don't know anyone. It could have been worse, because normally I'm going through some woods or something like that, and thank the universe that we wasn't somewhere in the woods stuck. We had to camp it out in the car for a couple days. Not the best experience, to be honest with you, but here we are. So that will complete this video. I hope it was useful for you. If you do have any questions, if you have to do this job and you get stuck, just feel free to message me. I'll help walk you through it. We can do a FaceTime or something like that if you want to help walk you through it. But yeah, the job's not that hard, you know. It's taken every bit of 2 weeks at this point. Still kind of stuck because of like I said, the tensioner. I've seen other videos, listened to other people. They recommend, they say you can reuse it, but I understand now why they recommend getting a new one. So I would definitely get the new one, because this whole nother 2 weeks could have been avoided if we would have got the part ahead of time. So with that said, peace and blessings. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you next time.
Outside AJ Garage.